So yeah, so it is a function. We will just try to talk about the function. Okay, and as I was mentioning, any programming language, okay, computer software programming language or computer programming language, we use the concept of functions. So what is mean by the function? Okay, you can just take it as, okay, even if you have, you can just note down the definition of this. Okay, there, and the same thing can be mentioned, can be specified in different ways, but I'm just giving like this. Okay, function is called as a subprogram which returns a value, that is called as a function. Okay, so when you say subprogram, okay, subprogram means it is like a program. You have a part of the program is nothing but a subprogram, or you can call it as a module also. Okay, we can just try to call it as a module. Okay, subprogram is nothing but a piece, sub, right, part of it, that's called as a subprogram. Okay, have you ever gone to what is this? Did you ever get sub for the lunch or dinner? Subway. In a subway, right? You get something. Okay, so that, like when you just try to order 6-inch, okay, foot long, those are called subs. Okay, those are called as a subs. What is the meaning of that? Like if you just go and order in the subway, right? You just say you order for 6 feet, sorry, 6-inch sandwich. Okay, when you just order that, right? So in that case, what they do, they take a bread and they cut it, right? The big bread which they have, they just try to cut it and then they give that small piece to you, right? Okay, if at all you have gone into subway anytime, so you see that, or any other place like that. So that is called as a sub, because the whole entire program or whole entire part which you have in that, when you take a piece of it, that is called as a sub program. Okay, for our purposes, we call the sub program as a function in our program. Okay, we just call it as a function. Clear? Now, how to know when you are writing it as a function here? Okay, so whenever you are writing whenever you are writing a function, okay, like we use input example, okay, like this, print, right? Whenever you use this parenthesis, it's called the parenthesis, okay, or brackets, okay, left bracket and right bracket. When you just use it, pretty much you try to use the word as parenthesis. Okay, you have multiple brackets in the on the keyboard. Okay, like example, okay, just to avoid any confusion, you have this set, you have this set, right? All these other brackets you have. Okay, which for my convenience I call it as a parenthesis, the first one, and these two we call it as curly braces, and then this is a square brackets I call. Okay, which looks like the square. For my convenience, I call that way. Okay, most of the people also will call that way. But for your convenience, okay, so these brackets, when you are using, it is a parenthesis. We use these functions. If you see input, print, right? So these are the functions we have. What it is doing here, let us say you just take it as my name is, right? What it is doing here, okay? So the way the functions work here is there is a program already written for this in the computer, okay, in the Python language. There is a program that is already written for this particular part, okay. What it is doing when you are typing like this print, okay, so whatever you have in between these parentheses, it will take it and it is returning the value. Returning the value means what it is doing here, it is printing it onto the computer, onto the screen, right? So that is what the meaning. That's what I need to say, return a value. Okay, this is how the subprogram works, okay, or a function works. Okay, remember, whenever you have this parenthesis, that is called as a function. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. Okay. So now let us talk about some more conditional statements, okay? We just try to slowly write into the conditional statements and the loops, okay? Conditional statement, technically, we are going to use one conditional statement for our purposes, okay? That is called as a, we learn about if condition today, okay? So, if condition. When you are writing the program, okay, when you are writing the programs, sometimes what we need to do, we need to know, right? So like, what is this particular condition doing? Okay, so that particular situations we are going to use the if condition. Example, I'm just trying to think of a real time example here, okay. Okay, let us just take it as a your day-to-day activity again, okay. You just woke up in the morning, okay, and now you want to have your breakfast, okay, after your you brushed, and then now you want to take your breakfast, and you came to the breakfast table, okay. Oh, you are thinking about two options, okay, like you're trying to have some cereal, example, okay. Now you just came there, and in that case you might be thinking, what if cereal is not available today? What should I eat? Or whether I have bread? What if bread is not available? Or bread is there, but jam is not available. Okay? Something like that. So when you're just thinking of those conditions, that particular situation, we are going to use the conditional statement, which we are calling it as we are going to use one if condition. Okay? And for our purposes, okay, in our case, right? So now in our software, like in Python coding purposes, when you are going to use, okay, we just take one example as we are given two numbers, and now you need to find the biggest. Okay, that's what the code which I gave yesterday. So you need to find the biggest of these two numbers. How you are going to compare the two numbers? One like the first one is you take the first number, and then you are going to check it as with the whether is bigger than the second number or not, right? So like that we are going to use the if condition here, okay. And like when you're playing with your friends, okay, also, right? Oh man, I have this, okay, so I have this bigger pencil or bigger eraser kind of stuff. How you are comparing? You are just, how you know that, okay, which is bigger? In that case, you're trying to compare, right? So that comparison purpose, we are going to use the if condition here, okay, mainly for the comparison purpose. And during the comparison, we can compare two values we can compare at any time. But if you want to compare more than two, one after the other, we need to compare the values. Okay, so that is how we are going to use the conditions here. And Let us just take an example, which we are already doing multiple times, okay? I have this program here, okay? I want to know what is the biggest number, okay? Here, the first one, what we are trying to do here, we are trying to get the first number, okay, enter the first number, and then we are going to get into the second number. And if first number is greater than second number, we are going to print it as a first one is bigger. If not, what is going to happen? Whether second number is bigger than or not, okay? So second number is bigger than first number, it is second is the biggest. If not, then it is going to both are equal. So here, this is called as a if condition we have, okay? If we need to use, okay? We just write like this, condition, okay? Else, what the condition which when we are going to write, okay, we need to write statement, okay? And then else statement, okay? And here what I did, in case of else means if this is not true, when you are writing it, if this is not true, then this is one which we need to do that, okay, under the else part. If this is the conditions which we are going to write, okay? Getting some point or totally confused? Feel free to share your thoughts.
Getting it.
Okay. Yeah, all of you. Okay, so don't hesitate, because these concepts when we start, right, little bit confusion may be there, okay? We can talk multiple times, don't worry, okay? So if this particular condition is there, okay, and then if this particular condition is correct, then execute, then do this. If not, do this, okay? Like you caught the bus or not in the morning, okay? If you caught the bus, okay, or you got in the bus, you at the bus stop before the bus came, yes, then get into the bus. If not, go by the car, right? Like that, we are going to use the conditions here. Fine. So this is how we will be using the if condition. And now in this case, if we just try to see, right, there are two types which you are going to use. Here we have if, else, and then we have in this example, if you see, right, if not, what I put it here, again one more else and if, right? So instead of doing like this, there is one more method which you can call, okay? Like if we call it as condition, statement, we have something called as elif. Statement, else, statement. If you look at this, right, the same way, whatever we write, whatever we wrote here, the same, instead of writing one more else, one more if, right? So what I did here, we can write something called as elif. Elif stands for else if combination, okay? If this particular condition, else if this particular condition, else this particular statement, okay? So like this, which we can write in the two types of in two ways you can write this if conditions. Okay.
Wait, can you like show it up for like about 3 minutes or something? I need to write it down.
Yeah. So the if conditions, okay, if means it is just take it as a condition when we say, right, it is comparison, okay? For the comparison purpose, when you are using if condition, you have two ways, okay? One is This is the common condition, okay? If the condition, okay, perform this, if not, perform this. Okay? Like, as I'm just taking an example here, right? For our school, okay? School bus. Are you at the bus stop? Yes, catch the bus. No? Then take the car. Okay? Now the next one is, let us the same, just let us expand a little bit more. Okay? Are you at the bus stop before the bus came? Okay? This is the first condition. No, you are not at the bus stop. Okay? Is your friend is going? Okay? Or can you go with, can you go along with your friends? That is the second condition. Okay? If this, then okay, go by their car. If not, go by your car. Okay? Like this, which you can try to use it. It's carpool, right? Which we call it as a carpool here. Okay. So we can just try to write like this. Yeah.
Clear.
Now, okay, before we go further, right? I would like to give you one assignment right now. Okay. So you just all open your tool, okay? Or ideal tool, and then take this assignment. Here the assignment is, the first thing you need to input your age. Okay. Yeah. You need to input your age. Okay. Anyone's. Okay. So now here I have three conditions here. Okay. Instead of age, I say grade. Okay. Input your grade. Okay. And in the grade, I have these conditions which I want to write. If or grades 1 to 5, okay, I want to print a message as elementary school. Grades 6 to 8, middle school. Grades 9 to 12, high school. Okay. Anything more than anything else? Want to print it as not in the range.
So we have to add all of this code in.
Yeah, I technically 0 is not the right word, so that's why I'm not just putting that. Okay. So actually I want to cover kg, but it's okay. We just put it 1 to 5.
So you had to like put the grade 1 to 5 elementary like that into the IDLE.
Yes. Can you write that?
Yes.
Little bit, okay. So you just take it as greater than 1. Okay. So there are multiple ways which you can just try to do that. Okay. I just put it as because I told only one condition for you, right? Something like if number 1 is greater than number 2, right? But what is in between? That also we need to tell you. Okay. I'll just tell you that now.
Wait, do we like write it like if 1 greater than 5?
You start writing, I'll tell you the condition here. Okay. So like this. Okay.
So are we supposed to like put this code into IDLE?
Yes. In ideally, you need to write that.
Like if number 1 is greater than number 2, print
Yes.
number.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Confused? Okay, I'm showing you the example here. Okay, so what we are saying here, what is our condition which we want? Grades 1 and 5, right? We are saying if n1, okay, so it is like we can just put like this operators, it's called as operators here. We are just expanding our program, okay, just this, we cannot just only always do like this, right? We are just trying to expand a little bit, okay, more with the program here. Okay, so this is the way which we need to write. I just wrote it for one condition here, but you need to write it for multiple conditions. What I'm saying here, enter your, I just put it as a first number. What you need to do, you need to get the grade, okay, enter your grade, and then you need to write the conditions like, okay, if the grade is between 1 and 5, print elementary, okay. Now we need to write it for the next line, if grade is between 6 to 8, print middle school, okay. Right?
Well, we had to write it like this.
Yeah. What we are saying, n1, okay, it is like n1 means I'm just getting into this variable here, okay, it's not float, it is in. Okay, so into this particular variable, what we are saying here, so if the number that is entered is more than, greater than or equal to, right? These are operators. I'll tell you now, okay? So these are the operators. They're called relational operators, okay? Conditional operators. When we are having less than, greater than, equal to means when you want to compare each two numbers, we need to use this equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, okay? Like this, which we need to use these conditions. Okay, so this is called as a we are actually comparing the numbers, okay? Comparing the relation between the two numbers, whether one is greater than or not, okay? One is less than or not, right? So these are the operators which you are going to use here. So in our requirement, what we are saying here, if the grade is between 1 and 5, means when you say one between 1 and 5, which means 1 or more than 1 and 5 or less than 5, that is called as between 1 and 5, okay? That is we want to print it as elementary, okay? If you want to print this, okay, if the grade is between 5, 6 and 8, 6 or more than 6 and 8 or less than 8, that is a middle school, okay? Like this, which we want to print it here, okay? Actually, I'll just write this program and then I'll show you. And I'll include it in the document and you just try to do that, okay? Like this. Okay, let us forget about this not in the range later, okay? Do you think it is correct or wrong? From the syntax wise, is this correct or not?
Correct.
Any other guesses? Sure?
Else is missing.
Okay, else is missing, that is good. We'll write that else part. If you see this one, right, if you just look at the syntax, how we were writing after the if,
Else statement.
okay. One more, okay? We can even have like this also. I don't want to write any else. That is also allowed. Okay? There are three ways which you have: if else, if else. Okay, so those are the three types which you have in the if conditions. One is if, the second one you can call it as else if, third one is if else, if else if else. These are the three ways which can have the if conditions. Okay, now I am using only the first one for now. So in this case, okay, is it correct or not? This is wrong, okay? You can just try to see that, okay? What is the wrong here? If you look at this first one, right? What did we put here?
Colon.
Do we have colon here and here?
No.
It says C. It says, what is expected here?
Yeah. For the middle. Oh, you have to put the colons.
Here? Okay, let us just check it out. Only for there it is asking? Or it is, here also it is asking, right? Now if I run, did ask, please enter your grade. What is the grade you want me to enter here?
5th.
It says elementary, right?
Yeah.
Now we'll check one more, okay? Like let us say we put 7. It gave middle. And we just check one more. 9 or 10 or 9. At high school, right? Now, if I just try to run, I give 13. What did it give? What is that it is giving? There is no response, right? Means whatever the conditions which we wrote here, okay, so they are not falling under any of these conditions. The number which you gave 13 is not falling under any of the conditions, right? So that is why we are getting that message. Now, if we just write else only for the last one, let us just say, okay, else print. Okay, what is that we were talking about here? What is the condition? Not in the range.
Not in the
And I run. Oh man. Scholar. Run. Okay, what is the error, here?
You have to put the parentheses at the end.
Yeah, this function, okay, it has to be both, okay? So that is why whenever you're typing, right? So better practice, like let us say you want to use print. First write like this. Okay? So that is easy. And now come back and then type. Even if you want to put double quotes, right? Put double quotes first and then start typing. Okay? So if it is small line, we are able to get this. But if it is going to a bigger program, right? Big sentences when you are writing, we may be missing. Okay? We may not be able to capture easily. Now, not in a range. Right? Now, I write something like, I run this program and now I give it as 6. What is our answer we are expecting now?
Middle school.
Any
Middle.
other guess? What I think it is going to give 2 values, okay? One is middle and the next one is not in the range. Okay? Can you see why we got this 2 values?
I have a question.
Yeah,
How is it not in the range?
okay. So now that we see 2 values, right? If you see this if condition, okay? We wrote if condition here. This is only one statement that is completed. Now this is independent statement, okay? This line is different from this line, okay? Whereas here we have if, else and combined, right? All combined, okay?
Okay.
When you are looking at this, right, this is a separate condition, okay? Because we started another if here, right? So it is altogether a separate condition, okay? So when we are typing this 6, is it falling in the first condition? No. Is it falling in the second condition?
Yes.
Yes. So it printed middle, okay? When it comes to the third condition, is it falling in this condition?
No.
It is not falling in this condition, right? But you have an else part for this, right?
Yeah.
Because of that, it just printed this.
Okay. Now I get it.
Read it?
Yeah.
Now. So what is that which is missing here? When we are writing the conditions like this, we should not have all these conditions written separately. Okay, we have to combine all this together. Okay, how we are going to combine? The first condition, what we are saying, if n1 is greater than on 1, okay, and less than 5, this one. Else, if that is not the condition, okay, right? So if it is not between 1 and 5, now check this. Okay. If it is between 1 and 5, there is no point in checking again. Okay. Check like this. And now, if it is not here in any one of these, right? Not the first one, not the second one. Else. Now check this, third one. Okay. If this is also not correct, now print like this. Okay. Remember, in Python, you need to write like this. Okay. Like all these conditions, this condition, it has to go here. Like this is part of this else, so we have to go like this to the right. Okay. It is called indentation. Okay. Now, what is the grade you want to try with?
11th.
High school. Okay. Now,
Okay.
I'll just try to explain again here. The way it works is we are checking the first condition. Okay. If this condition is correct, what it is going to do? It is going to print this. Okay. We are done. Now, if this condition is not correct, then it goes into the else part and it is going to check this condition here. Okay. Yeah. Now, if this condition is correct, it will print this middle one and then finish. Done. If this is also not correct, then it will go and check this condition. Okay. And then it will just print this. Okay. If not, it is not in the range. Like this, it is going to print it. Okay. But isn't it a little bit confusing or not?
No, I get it.
Okay. But by
Like,
look, yeah.
so if you do 11th grade, is 11 greater than 1? That's yes. And 11's less than 5, that's no. So we'll go to the second condition. 11 is greater than 6, and 11 is not less than 8. So we'll go to the third condition. 11 is greater than 9, but 11 is also less than 12. So it's high school.
Yes. If I run something like this again and say, I just put it as 18, it says not in the range, right? It is not getting any of these conditions. right? 18 is not falling in any one of these conditions, right? It is going into the else part. Clear? Now, we got this and we are talking about only 3 conditions and we are able to get this. What if I have 8 conditions like this? Right? It just goes like this in like a tree structure, right? Here we have, and again here like this, only 3 itself we have gone. Like 8 means the last condition will be somewhere here. And also I'm writing only 1 line. Like if I have 10 lines each. So understanding is a bit difficult one. Okay. So for that purpose, you can use another concept here, which you have it as a elif. Okay, which will make the life easy here. What we are going to do, we can just write like this, okay? I write like this. Let us run and see which grade you want to try. I would like to say 7. In grade middle, right? Got it?
Yeah.
Now, the same way, whatever we wrote the condition earlier, it is the same thing. Only difference is for the readability or for easy, okay, to understand it easily. We have, if this condition is correct, okay, print this. Then we are saying elif means else if condition, okay. So in the together combined, okay, if this condition is not correct, now go check here, okay. Second condition, print this one. If not, check this third one, okay, print this. If any one of these 1, 2, 3 are failing, then print this particular message. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So it is easy readability, means it is easy, right? Either way, the first one option also is correct. But if even if you want to write 20 conditions, you can still write with the 20 conditions here. Okay. I'll try to check one more thing also. Let us see if it works. I just give it as 4. Right? So why I am putting this parenthesis here? Is for easy understanding. Okay. It is like to easily understand this, because see, if I start writing this and right, so here it is easy that this together it is one condition, okay, between parentheses it is one condition here, okay, between this one and this one it is one condition, this one and this one it is one condition, okay, like this we can have the conditions here. Clear?
Clear.
I just sent the chart, okay, so can you try to do that? Can you try to execute this program on your computers?
like do it now?
Yeah, you can do it.
Because I already did it.
If you already did, it's good. Okay, if not, okay, you try to do that. I'm
Wait.
trying to share this file directly, but for some reason it is not going through. Okay, in your chart itself, the program file which I have. I'm going to share this now again. Okay, so can you all practice today?
I will try. But I might not have the time.
Yeah, if you have time, okay, you try to do this. I'm going to share it, okay? So including here, when we have a binary equivalent of number, okay, it is just going to print 0, B at the beginning and the rest of the number. Okay, you just try to go through this document and then try to print it, try to check that. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you have any question? I believe you're asking some question, right?
No.
Okay.
It's just that I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
You got that? Okay, so don't get confused also because it may take time. That is okay. Okay. So this is the condition which we need to work a lot. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to practice. Okay. You just try to think of your own examples and you can share with me whatever you can think of. Okay. Multiple examples you try by yourself.
Like our
And then you try to. Pardon?
like our own programs.
Yeah, you using this if condition, right? Like you try to write your own program and try to think of it, okay? Not only integer, let us just say float, okay? And also one more program. Let us say you just enter your name, okay? And then try to see like if it is equal to your name or not, okay? So if it is equal to your name, it is yes, your name. If not, okay, just say it is not equal, okay? Kind of. I'll give you more, okay, examples tomorrow, like your how many letters you have in the name, okay? Those kind of numbers, we will try to put that. for our practice purpose, okay, for the if. And then in the next session, okay, next session means not tomorrow, okay, Sunday and Monday, we are going to discuss about the for loop, while loop, and these loops we are going to discuss. Like here we have, right, I put in one example here, like for, this is called as a loop, okay. We will be going for that, and after that, couple of weeks later, we will be writing bigger programs. You need to practice this so that when you are going to have the bigger program, you can understand that. Okay. And I will be sharing the game code, right? Yesterday, whatever you saw on Monday, that game code, I will be showing it I will be giving it to you, and you need to understand that.
Wait, what game code? I wasn't like there on Monday for some
Okay.
time.
We were just trying to check the PC Man program. Okay. So there's a program which we have.
Oh
okay?
yeah, oh that game code. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
it was different.
that program. Okay. Just I'll give you the code. You need not try to write that. Okay. It's a bigger program, but we just want to give that. Okay. We will come up with something very small thing which you're going to write. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So try to practice all this. Okay. I will be sharing again this particular program. Okay. You can check with your parents. I will be sharing it in the group. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions you have?
No.
Okay. I'll be sharing it in the group in a while. This particular program. Okay, so if no other question, okay, so have a good night, okay, and then we will meet on Sunday or on Monday, whatever the sessions you're joining. Okay, even tomorrow also we'll be having the similar discussion.
Bye.
Bye. Maybe a different program, but it is a similar concept we are going to discuss.
Okay, bye.
Bye.